Okay, so today should be pretty easy because we are going to just be looking for slope from the graph today. So we're not even going to find the equation. I just want you to find slope, okay? Just a slope. So just the M. And when we start that, I want you to look at these penguins and tell me which one is the steepest stairs. Which one is the steepest stairs? So write A, B, C, D, or E on your paper. A, B, C, D, or E on your paper, and tell me which one is the steepest. Well, hopefully you crossed out D and went, it definitely isn't D, okay? And hopefully you crossed out B because it definitely isn't B. So what does steepest mean? Okay, so steepest means the one that is the most vertical or the most up and down, okay? So if I take a look at these, I see that B and D are actually the same, and C and E are actually the same. And this one is the steepest, okay? So C or E, if you guessed those, you were correct. Now, how can this be? How can B and D be the same? And how can C and E be the same? Well, I want you to think about what we do with slope, because we always talk about how slope needs to be simplified, okay? We always talk about slope being simplified. So for example, if this is 4 and this is 2, that slope would be 4 over 2. Well, this slope is 2 and 1. So that slope is 2 over 1. Now here's what I notice. This is not simplified. These can both be divided by 2. So if I divide them both by 2, I get 2 over 1, and now they're the same. Okay, they're the same. So we can have a bigger step and still have the same steepness as a smaller step, okay, depending on whether or not our slopes are simplified. Okay, so let's take a look at these 3 lines. Which of these 3 do you think is the steepest? Well, hopefully you don't think it's B, because I don't think B is the steepest. And I have a negative one. So can the negative be steeper? Well, let's find out. Let's go ahead and find our slopes and compare them. So let's look at the red slope. So I'm starting here. I'm going to here. That's 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4. So the red one has a slope of 1 over 4. Okay? Now let's look at the green one. I see an exact point there. I see an exact point here. So let's go right here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So the slope of the green one is negative 3 over 2. Okay? Now let's look at the blue one. I see an exact point here, 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I have all my slopes. Now, which one of those is the steepest? This one is the steepest. Okay, this one's the steepest. Now, here's how I know. This decimal, 1 divided by 4, is 0.25. 2 divided by 3 is 0.67, or 0.6666 is repeating. And negative 3 over 2 is negative 1.5. Okay? The bigger the number, whether it's positive or negative, the steeper the line. Okay? So the bigger the slope, the steeper the line. So let's take a look at our slopes from these problems. So if I give you the points, obviously we should use the points they give us. So let's go ahead and find the slopes here. And remember, we always have to simplify. So I'm going to go ahead and get my calculator ready so I can check all of my slopes to make sure that they are simplified. So this one is going up 2, so that's positive 2, 1, 2, 3. So positive 2 over 3, and I can check that to see if it works. So 2 divided by 3, hit my fraction key. Notice it's exactly the same. So that one is done. Okay, this one gives me 2 points. I'm going from here to here. Now I know this is negative, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Negative 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So negative 4 over 6. Let's check it. Negative 4 divided by 6. Hit my fraction key. Notice how that changed to a negative 2/3. So in simplified form, it is negative 2/3. What about 3? Can I find the slope? Or is it a special case? Hopefully you said that's 0. If you did, good job. And this one, number 4, is going to be our undefined. Okay, that's going to be our undefined. All right, I want you to hit pause. And I want you to find your slopes for these 3 problems. Find your slopes and simplify them. Okay, let's see how you did. So 2 exact points. This one's positive because it's going up. 1, 2, 3. So positive 3, 1. Let me back that up there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So positive 3 over 4. So 3 divide 4 does not change. That one is fine. Okay, here's my slope triangle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And notice it's going down, so that's negative. 1, 2, 3, 4. Negative 5 over 4. Is that one going to change? Negative 5 divide 4. Doesn't change. Okay, here's my last one. 1, 2, 3. Negative 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is a 5. And that one is also not going to change. Negative 3 divide 5 does not change because 3 is prime and so is 5. Okay, so that's all you're working on today is finding the slope. So today should be pretty easy because we're great at finding equations. So finding slope is just only doing that first part. So work on that. Tomorrow we will be looking at slope from a table, which means we're going to be looking at patterns.